Hi, I'm Liz Durnell Maier with Durnell Maier Law. I'm going to discuss with you the different ways to avoid probate. The first way to avoid probate is by having assets owned joint with rights of survivorship. This is great for owning assets between spouses, but it's not necessarily a way you want to own things with your children, because if your children get divorced or file bankruptcy or have a medical issue or anything else bad that you can think of, it can happen to your assets because they own those assets with you. Now, the way to pass things to your children is having beneficiary designations. This is what you use on life insurance. This is what you use on your IRA or 401k. You have a primary beneficiary and a contingent beneficiary. You want to make sure that those are up to date because you don't want to run into the issue where you have a prior spouse as your primary beneficiary when you're no longer married to that person. Now, the next way to avoid probate is by using payable on death or transfer on death designations. This is what you will do for bank accounts, property, or vehicles. This is a way to pass those assets to your children when you have passed away with avoiding probate. Now, with these payable on death and transfer on death ways of avoiding probate, the one downside is if one of your children is getting sued or divorced or filing bankruptcy when you pass away, if an asset is payable on death or transfer on death to them, they could lose that asset to whatever bad thing is happening to them at that time. Now, the next way to avoid probate is using some sort of trust. With a trust, there are a couple of different benefits that you get from having the trust. The first one is the probate avoidance. You also get protection from those bad things that can happen to your children because we build in those protections in the trust. It also gives you protections so that if you have special needs beneficiaries, we can ensure that they continue to get their benefits, but they also get their inheritance. Also, having the living trust or some sort of trust in place allows you to avoid guardianship over your assets, which means the court never has to be involved in paying your bills or anything of that nature while you are still living. And one of the other benefits of having a trust is it can help minimize or completely eliminate any estate taxes that may be due. Now, with this, right now, that's not a big issue. In the state of Ohio, there is no estate tax, and the federal level is over $11 million per spouse. So that's not a huge issue right now, but those things can change at some point in the future. If you would like any additional information about the topics covered in this video, please contact us at 937-507-9004. We here at Durnell Maier Law are looking forward to assisting you with all of your elder law and estate planning needs.